I have read 5 books this month. I know this is only 4, but one of them was an audiobook. So I have a lovely pot of tea. It's very warm. And I thought that I would just share with you guys and talk about the different books I read this month. Starting with Vanishing Acts by Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult has like a really good writing style. I think it's clear that she's very, very knowledgeable of the justice system and all of that kind of stuff, but it's always in the 3rd act. I've read probably about like 5 or 7 different Jodi Picoult books, and they always fall apart in the 3rd act. I just find that it's never satisfactory, so I gave this 2 stars. I also really didn't like, there was like this love triangle, and at first I was like, oh, like that's kind of sad but kind of like bittersweet, and then they like went off the rails and I was like, what is happening? I just thought it was a bad ending for the love triangle, and I just thought it was really hard to get through as well. Like I wasn't like eager to pick it up. So 2 stars is what I ended up giving it. And then I decided to reread The Hunger Games. I have had these books since I was 14, 13, 12, somewhere around that. So for like, I don't know, like 7 years-ish. But yeah, I've had them for a while. And when I read them, I actually read them in 4 days. And I never read when I was younger. I did not read at all. And these books were incredible. I loved them so much. I remember I really liked this book. Catching Fire was like good, but like wasn't great. I was hoping it would like lead up to the 3rd book. And then I remember hating the 3rd book so much, and that still stands. I gave The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, Suzanne Collins. I gave this book a 4 out of 5. It's very dirty, but it's like cute. I like it. It's like all withered. My little siblings have read them and stuff, so the spine is like all breaking. But yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5. I think like Suzanne Collins knows how to build a world. World building is phenomenal. I thought The Hunger Games were so interesting. The concept, incredible. I love Katniss as a main character. She's not like the perfect or like an amazing main character, but she's pretty good, especially compared to like other teen books, childhood books, like dystopian books. I've moved like 10 times, but anyways, yeah, I liked Katniss as a character. I liked Gale, I liked Peeta. There's some really amazing characters, and the world building is incredible, and it's like, it's urgent, it's there. Where Suzanne Collins really struggles, actually, unlike Jodi Picoult, Suzanne Collins, the first half, so boring. I mean, like, it's so slow, but once you like get into it, you're into it. It's amazing, it's incredible. That's why I gave it a 4 stars, because the beginning is quite dry, but once you get into it, it's incredible. You know, they're like a childhood classic for a reason. They're really, really incredibly well done. It just sucks so much to know what has to come. Oh gee, I think I gave this 3 out of 5, or I think I might have given it 2 out of 5. I honestly think I gave it 2 out of 5, and it's somewhere in there, like a 2.5. The beginning is so boring and dry. Katniss is kind of reduced to like this limp shell of a character, and the end I thought was bad, and I hated. Why didn't they tell them? I kind of get it, like why they didn't tell Katniss Katniss and Peeta, their plan, because like they're kids and yada yada yada, still don't like that, because then it would have fixed the problem of Peeta going to the capital. And I think it's just because like where it ends, I know what's gonna come, and it's so frustrating, and frustrating is the worst feeling you can feel when reading a book. You can feel bitter, you can feel angry, but I never want to feel frustrated, because at the end of the day, I'm not frustrated at the characters, I'm frustrated at the author, and that's terrible, because it brings out your immersion, and I'm thinking somebody wrote this, and somebody wrote it badly. I hate this book. 1 out of 5. Boring. Katniss sucks. The ending is terrible. Suzanne Collins like wants it to be like intense and gripping and so dramatic, and it falls. Prim dies for no reason. Finnick dies for no reason. It's so stupid. There's nothing good. There's nothing, like, not even a good thing in this book. In the entire book, there's not one good thing. The only thing that I sort of liked was the end. I will read the last paragraph, which is, Peeta and I grow back together. There are still moments when he clutches the back of a chair and hangs on until the flashbacks are over. I wake up screaming from nightmares of months and lost children, but his arms are there to comfort me, and eventually his lips. On the night I feel that thing again, the hunger that overtook me on the beach. I know this would have happened anyway, that I needed to survive, that what I needed to survive is not Gale's fire, kindled with rage and hatred. I have plenty of fire myself. What I need is the dandelion in the spring, the bright yellow that means rebirth instead of destruction, the promise that life can go on, that it can be good again, and only Peeta can give me that. So, when he whispers, "You love me, real or not?" I tell him real. I think the ending is sweet. It just sucks. Katniss wasn't even given a choice between Peeta and Gale. Literally, it was just like, you end up with Gale. Sorry, that's just what you get. Very bad book. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this book sucks. And the last book that I read this month was Jane Eyre. I listened to the audiobook of it. And it was very bad. I gave it a 2 out of 5. But honestly, I'm thinking it's more like a 1 out of 5. 1.5. It's so tough. Goodreads sometimes sucks because it's like, sometimes you can't choose because it's like in between. Like, I think I just need to think about it more because I technically did finish Jane Eyre today. Yeah, I just thought it was super boring. The romance wasn't all that interesting. There was so much time wasted. I don't know why Jane Eyre is so popular. In my opinion, it's just not that good. It's just like, I don't know, it was just like, it was very meh at times, and if it wasn't meh, it was like annoying, and if it wasn't annoying, it was just like boring, you know? So it's just like, I didn't like it too much. I am excited, however, to finally get to watch the movie on Netflix, because I've been wanting to, but I wanted to finish the book first. I keep looking at myself, and I know I shouldn't. It's just like my eyes, why do they... The support on the channel has been unreal. My face is made of spooky scary skeletons video has reached over 1,000 views. Insane. Thank you so much everyone for the support. It literally means the world to me. Let me know what you read this month, and if you don't read, let me know what like movies you watched or TV shows you watched or webtoons or fan fictions. Recommend, tell me, rant about it, rave about it. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. If you've read The Hunger Games, what did you think of them? Could you see past the ending and like love the overall concept? Because I love it just so much. It just sucks that it just like slowly drains all the life out of it as the books go on. I'm excited to make this next month. I'm hoping to read 6 books next month. I haven't. What just happened? you guys so much for the support. I love you very much. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night,